Hello and welcome to Broken Entertainment. It's been a while. I got a pretty crazy month happened. I got sick for a couple weeks and lost my voice and got overwhelmed with work and all kinds of fun stuff. But I'm back now. And the first thing I really want to talk about is we've been talking about the collapse of entertainment over the last couple months, and certainly plenty of other YouTubers have been doing the same thing. And now we're actually starting to see it happen. Um, as you know, or probably know by now, Regal Cinemas, which is a major movie theater chain in the United States and UK, is shutting down their theaters for the foreseeable future, citing that they have no major movies, no blockbusters to put on screen, which is accurate. And this came right after a bunch of studios announced, Wonder Woman's being moved back, Batman's being moved back, James Bond is being moved back. Um, which is kind of mind-boggling to me because I don't see why, other unless they're just weirdly afraid of angering theaters, why these companies don't go ahead and release these movies on their streaming services. Charge, you know, I don't know, $15 to own the movie, and maybe 5 or 10 if you just want to rent it, and then later on they can offer up ultimate editions, director's cuts, and et cetera, et cetera, and then build in an option to buy a physical copy as well. Um, I kind of think they were all watching Disney with Mulan, but Mulan didn't fail because it was put on a streaming service. Mulan failed because, from everything I've seen from Chinese people to just movie watchers, it was a bad movie. Kind of a Mary Sue character again because it's kind of Disney's thing now. Um, and really, rather than sticking to the original myth, not myth, sorry, Mulan was a person. Rather than sticking to the original legend, they made it this kind of weird pseudo mystical thing and got all the pseudo mysticism wrong in the process. Um, and then on top of that, they charged $30 for you to rent it essentially because you only have it as long as you have Disney Plus. And also on top of that, they said it was going to be free in, what was it, December, November? I don't know. Soon. Uh, so why would you go out and spend $30 if you're interested in seeing it? You just wait. Uh, so I don't get the strategy there. It seems to me, like I said, the other companies were watching this, saying, okay, let's see how this works. And then when it failed, their response was, oh, let's push everything back. Which, you know, we're pushing things back pretty late now. We're talking about 2022 for some of this stuff. I think they just need to go around the theaters, and it sucks for the theaters. It's not their fault. Not their fault at all. The theaters have been dying a slow death anyway, um, from high prices. But a lot of the reason behind those high prices is because of what studios are doing with these movies. So you have this dying, or let's call it sick, industry to begin with, and then you've got crazy governors running around shutting everything down, making it, or just making it a pain in the butt to go. I was eating. Finally got back to where I'm going to pick up stuff. For a long time, I was just getting drive-through because I just didn't want to deal with it. You park somewhere, you gotta get the mask out, you gotta walk in, you gotta stand as far away as humanly possible from everybody, and then the line takes forever because everybody's standing so far apart, and for some reason, it seems, at least around us, like the restaurants are all using their C and D teams now. You know, really basic stuff not being right. It's just weird. But anyway, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. And I'm like, I could just drive through. It takes half as much time. I don't have to deal with the mask, whatever. And to me, I think a lot of people are staying away from theaters for that reason. I know I am. Um, that and the fact there's no movies out I care about. You know, I was kind of tempted might to see like Alita when it comes back out, but it's like I don't know if I'm even allowed to go. I have to get a mask. It's gonna be like 20 some odd dollars a person. Get expensive popcorn. You know, uh, or you know I can turn on HBO Max and watch it for free. So I think for a lot of people, it's not a fear of the virus as much as it is just, do you really want to deal with it? You know, there's a lot of options. Why, why not do those options? Um, so we're seeing now theaters. You know, AMC's on the verge of bankruptcy. Regal Cinemas closing their doors for however long. Then you got people not showing up to theaters in part because the movies aren't any good. You know, look at what's coming out. James Bond. I love James Bond, but it sounds like it's gonna be woke as hell. Um, and you got the Batman, which people are real mixed on, based on Robert Pattinson being Batman, and also the fact that he has openly refused to get in any kind of physical shape for the role. You know, so there's that. Wonder Woman 1984. I want to see that. You know, there's kind of signs that it might be, you know, Orange Man bad, woke crap, but hopefully not. Hopefully that's just kind of mingled in there a little bit. I can put up with it a little bit. I like Wonder Woman a lot. I really liked the first movie. Um, you know, so you're seeing these movies get pushed back. Mulan fails pretty hard. Movies, TV shows aren't getting made as well or as often. You know, the comic book industry is the comic book industry is completely imploding. Uh, theaters, I would imagine if theaters are forced to close for another couple of months, I think a lot of them start to go out of business. I really do. Um, and the NBA's ratings are way down because they got political. The NFL's ratings are collapsing because they got political. Netflix has been dragged into court by the state of Texas. Their stock's plummeting as of today. And I realize there was a general downtrend in the market because of some political crap. Uh, but if you look at when the stocks actually started to collapse, you know, it's pretty well in time with, you know, here it is right around what is that going to be, about 3? Um, yeah, starts at 245 and then see when this announcement was made. New York Post, never, just picking someone at random here. Gotta love all these pop-up ads. This is ridiculous. Come on. 3:23 p.m. You know, um, I think that's got a little something to do with it. You know, otherwise they're doing okay. but they're indicted for that horrible, evil, disgusting movie. So investors kind of pulled back there. Disney is collapsing. I'm not going to let any of that play. Disney is collapsing. In part because of the parks, in part because they spent $200 million making a Mulan movie no one cared about. In part because Disney Plus doesn't have a lot of viewers, or at least not a lot of paying viewers. You know, um, the way to look at that, especially when you look at all of our franchises that we love so much, Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, James Bond, probably Terminator, all being destroyed by intersectional woke political crap, not to mention comics. Um, if you look at that and you look at what's happening to the media, you're seeing a major, you're seeing the preparation for major change, and you're seeing an opportunity that independent creators have to step into the gap. Um, I kind of liken it to what happened in Europe after the Black Death. Black Death comes in, wipes out half the population of Europe. And all of a sudden, what do we get after that? We get the Renaissance. Why? Because all of a sudden, this rigid, stiff society was thrown wide open. And the people with the craft, the intelligence, and the fortune to do so stepped in and really made a name for themselves and really started things in a different direction. And that's what we're seeing now in the entertainment industry. And if you're an independent creator, now is the time. You know, I'm working on my book pretty hard, getting it a push to get it out to beta readers. Um, I know some other people on YouTube that have put out books. There are YouTube creators making movies. You know, Comicsgate, of course, is producing comics left and right, making a whole bunch of money. Now is the time to step in. And it's a great. It may look bad, and you know, for some people it is bad. You know, I'd hate to be someone that works at a theater right now. But for independent creators, this is the best chance we're gonna have either to be independent creators and get our names out there or to support them because people are looking for entertainment they can grab a hold of and enjoy again. You know, it's negative after negative and political after political, and the stuff that's just fun to watch isn't there anymore. And you don't have to go very far back to see it there, but it's all gone. So people are looking for that. That's why Comicsgate stuff is selling for $1 million. Not every comic's selling for $1 million, but making a bunch of money. So the thing to do, in my mind, if you're an independent creator, really push to get your stuff out there. If you're a fan, and let me back up. If you're an independent creator, really push to get your stuff out there, but don't create for somebody else. Don't create for Star Trek. Don't create for Doctor Who. I know those may be your passions, but you have the ability to make something of your own. And those franchises that have been destroyed are dead. They might come back later, but there's no saving them right now, not until all this clears away. So go out and make your own stuff. You know, we need new stuff. You need new stuff all the time, even when the system is good. You need new stuff to keep entertainment fresh, so go out and make new things. And if you're a fan, you're not someone that's creative minded or you don't have the time or whatever. Go look for these things. Get it, Watch them, read them, support them, spread the news about them, and really start to focus on that. It's easy to get angry or upset. I know I do still sometimes with some of this when you see your favorite franchise being trashed. But the response that we need to do while we have this increasingly wide open field is to go ahead and grab the new stuff, hold it up so everyone can see it. You know, uh, back comics if you're into comics. Subscribe to channels, hit like buttons, spread it around, share it with everyone for YouTube channels that make movies. Go to Amazon, buy some self-published books that you're interested in. Even if you don't have the money right now, go out and if you see this something that you like for an independent, go out and spread the news about it so that other people get interested. Because we have a virtual Black Death effect going on in the media right now. And we can push a lot of great stuff out there and have the best chance for a good audience and to really alter the landscape of entertainment right now. And that window may look big, but it may not be. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this virus stuff magically disappears in November, regardless of who gets elected. But even if it doesn't, it's not going to go on forever. And eventually, these companies are going to have to make money. They're going to have to figure something out. But while that window's there, go out and take it, or go out and support someone who does. So that's kind of where I'm at on it. I'm not. I'm still gonna talk about the stupid stuff people do to ruin entertainment, but I kind of want to move in a different direction. It's real easy to be negative. It's real easy to get upset. It's harder, but more useful to fix the problem. You know, my voice is going again. All right, so if you like the video, hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you next time.